Hi.
My name is Bam, and I'm an alcoholic. Hey, Bam. Chad, I just got out of fucking rehab.
Yeah?
Yeah, in Weathersville, Pennsylvania, right outside of Reading. I don't know. It's right by Gina Lynn's house.
What kind of rehab?
Like a drug alcoholic rehab.
Well, what did you go in there for? Alcohol or drugs?
Well, what happened was, the thing is, I got caught at the wrong time, big time, because...
Caught?
Yeah,
Sound
caught.
like an alcoholic already.
Well, the thing is, I go on these benders, like 3-day benders, and then,
John Benders.
and then I'm sober for like 4 to 5 days, and then I'll go on a 3-day bender again.
Well, 45 days sober sounds
But,
good.
like, on the 5th day sober is when Missy, Ape, and Phil, and a few of my friends decided to have an intervention on me. So I walk downstairs at noon, and I'm like fully energized, ready to like skate and work out and all this stuff. And then I look downstairs, and there's a bunch of chairs in a circle.
Right.
And I look downstairs, and everybody's like standing there, and it's like Boof, Jess, G, Franz, Gicasso, Ape, Phil, Jessica, like, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then there's 2 dudes, intervention dudes, that the people that helped Eminem out, they were at my house, and I was like, what the fuck is this, man? I was like, you know what? You caught me at the wrong time, because I'm perfectly happy and I'm perfectly sober, and maybe if I came down completely hungover and bent out of shape, then I'd listen to you guys, but like, I'm not doing this. I'm getting the fuck out of here. So I try to leave. Missy locked all the cars and hid all the keys, so I couldn't go anywhere. And it was snowing out, and I had on slippers, so like I couldn't go anywhere really. So Jess and Ryan Dunn talked me into just going downstairs and just hearing everybody out. And I was supposed to go into rehab for 30 days, but I agreed to the 5-day program, which is like a detox kind of program, and I did it. And well, I kind of didn't do it because I just left on the 4th day. Yeah. I made it 4 days, and I couldn't take it anymore. And I'll tell you why. Yeah. Because everybody in rehab who I met, dude, they're all fucked up on like Ativan, opiates, heroin, like alcohol and Percocets and shit like that. Like,
this is your first time in rehab.
Yeah, and I never been to like an AA meeting or NA meeting or anything. So I basically show up, and they're like, you know, usually it's like, so how you feeling? You know, like, oh, I'm feeling pretty shitty, you know, and then they give you like all these pills to like get off a detox. They're like, how you feeling? I'm like, I feel fine. And they're like, okay, well, why don't you go lay down for a bit? I'm like, okay, I guess. So I lay down for a bit. They give me, starts with an L, Librium or something like that. And then,
what's that?
I don't know. It put me to sleep. But then I wake up, and then, how you feeling now? I feel fine, like how I did when I showed up. So then I go to the Atkins unit, which is like where I have a roommate and all this stuff. And like, first of all, as soon as I get into the fucking place, there's a kid who looks over and sees me.
So this wasn't a fancy celebrity rehab.
No, it's a fancy place. It's $1,000 a day, and this kid sees me, and he's like, holy fucking shit, it's Bam Margera from Jackass, no fucking way, you know? And they say, like, if you go to rehab, like, you don't talk about what happens in there. Like, that kid went and told everybody in his unit that I was there. And then...
That's gotta be a pain in the ass.
Yeah, it sucked. And then thank God, the next person who came in, they put me in a room, and I was solo. It was just me sleeping all night. And then in the morning, some dude from Long Island came in, and he has on Van shoes, an Element sweatshirt, and a Volcom hat. And I'm like, oh, great, a skater or a surfer. Great. You know, but thank God he was coming off of heroin and he was too ill to talk to me, but he's like, holy shit, it's Bam. Like, yo, dude, what's going on? Like, but like all he wanted to do was go to sleep, so I didn't have to talk to him. So thank God for that. So then
you check in to meet your roommate, right?
Yeah. I am not kidding. I go in to my roommate and he walks in. He has a Clutch t-shirt on, a company band sweatshirt on, and a fucking Element hat. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. He's like,
he definitely knew who you were.
Oh yeah. He's like, yo, dude, oh fuck yeah, I'm rooming with you. This is fucking totally awesome, you know? And he's
pretty
like,
much picked his musical taste and his wardrobe.
Yeah, and he's like, yo, I went to the Node on Thanksgiving and saw the company band play. It was totally fucking awesome. I love Clutch, da-da-da-da. You directed their music video, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, yeah, I did, yeah. And, you know, and then, then he's like, you want me to show you around? I'm like, yeah, I suppose, you know. So then I like walk around with him and he's kind of like showing me around the whole place. And he takes me to the cafeteria when it's lunchtime and I sit down. As soon as I sit down, I turn around and there's a kid with a fucking Bam t-shirt on it. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, dude. Fucking, like.
You dress the whole rehab.
Yeah, every living second of being in rehab, I was like contemplating on when I was gonna take a stand and leave.
You should have went to that celebrity rehab, man.
But I'm telling you, like, you know, I said that I was gonna commit to the 5-day program, and everybody who does that, it's all bullshit because they like make you do the 30-day program. But like, I have a book signing tour, and I told them as blatantly as I could. I said, look, I have a book signing tour that I'm not going to cancel. There's no way you can talk me out of it. I'm leaving, and you sitting here trying to talk me out of it is not going to work because I've already made up my mind. And, you know, like what they do. They get the whole group of like 10 people who are in the whole unit with me, and they all come down and try to like reason with me and talk me into staying and all this stuff. And I'm like, look, I know that like this is what you're supposed to do and try to talk me into staying, but like you're wasting your time because I've already made up my mind. I've already talked to Phil. I've already talked to my dad, and I told him that I'm leaving. And you know, Gina Lynn and Travis, who live in Birdsboro, the porn stars, live one town over, and I've already called them, and they're already on their way to come and pick me up. So I'm leaving. Like, there's no way you could talk me out of it. Like, that's what I'm doing. I'm leaving. You know.
Well, do you think you went to the wrong rehab? Maybe there's a better one.
No, this one was good. Like, it was a really nice place. The food was great, and it really was.
Would you go back there to eat?
Dude, I'm not kidding. Like, it was so boring in there that the only thing that you could look forward to is like noon lunchtime, and then 5 o'clock dinner time, and then 3:30 gym time. Like, I looked forward to going to the gym. Like, all the other shit was like lectures, like bullshit ass lectures, and spiritual meetings and meditation, and just total bullshit, man.
What kind of rehab was it? Was it a 12-step program?
Yeah, a 12-step program, and you know, like, I had a spiritual meeting with a supervisor, like a pastor type dude, really? And yeah, and he's like super spiritual, and he's like asking me like what religion I am, and I'm like, I'm not any religion. I'm not Catholic. I'm not Christian. I don't know anything about it, and I don't want to know anything about it. And I think praying is weird, and I think it's dumb. I'm like, you know, like I've seen skaters at skate competitions like pray to land a trick. Like, I think
doesn't work.
Yeah, well, if you landed the trick, it just means that you practiced hard enough and you did it because you've been trying hard enough. Like, if you didn't land it, it's simply because you didn't practice hard enough or you drank too much the night before. It has nothing to do with praying to God.
They're trying to bring religion into your thing right away.
And I have a problem with that because, like,
seems like a big mistake at 12-step programs is they
Yeah,
religion.
and to tell you